Hello everyone and welcome back to Dev Portal, your go-to channel for mastering tech concept. In continuity of our Linux tutorial series, today we are going to discuss what are foreground and background jobs in Linux. We are going to discuss what is jobs, BG and FG commands will do, and we are also going to discuss some real-world scenarios. So let's start our today's tutorial. So first, let's try to understand what is a foreground job. So let's say if you're executing a Linux command and after during the execution, the terminal is get occupied, which means you are not able to execute some other command, your terminal is blocked. Then that job is known as the foreground job, which means it is running in the terminal itself. And let's say if another command you are executing and still your terminal is free, which means it is not blocked and you are able to execute some other commands as well, then that command, or you can say his job, is known as the background job. Any task, or you can say any command whichever we are executing, either it will be a foreground job or a background job. Let me give you an example. Suppose if I am executing this command which is sleep. Once I press enter, what will happen? My terminal will get blocked for 10 seconds. I will not able to perform any other activity. If I press enter, you can see it is blinking. If I, let's say, do cat or not cat, man, it will not give me the output because the terminal is occupied. And once those 10 seconds got completed, after that I am getting my result, or you can see the output in the terminal itself. So this is the foreground job, which means my terminal will get blocked until that job is not getting completed. On the other hand, let's say if I want to execute a command, or you can see the job in the background, then how I can do that? Let me give the example for that as well. So let's say if I'm executing the same command again, this time I'm giving 20, sleep 20. What it will do? The terminal will get a block for 20 seconds. But after, once I press enter, what I will do? I will press Ctrl Z. Now you can see the status that the job which I have executed, sleep 20, got stopped, and which means the 20 seconds execution got stopped. And now let's say if I want to execute the same command in the background, what I need to do? I need to press, or I need to write BG. Once I press enter, this job will get started again, and you can see some data here, which is 1. This is the job ID actually, and then this is the command. Let's say now you want to see the status of this job, that this job got completed or not, because it is running in the background, so you don't know when this job will get completed. So for that we have another command in Linux which will help us to retrieve all the background jobs which are running in the terminal. So if I press jobs, or if I write jobs, you can see the status is coming as done. The first thing you can notice it here is 1. This is the job ID, and job ID is not equivalent to process ID. Process ID, which we discussed in our previous tutorial in Linux, where I discuss about processes in Linux, that process ID is not means that it is the job ID. Job ID is different, process ID is different. So that you can remember for your interview rounds. Then we can have the status which is done, which means the job got completed. And what is the job? That is sleep 20, the execution which we have done. Again, let me execute sleep 20, and this time I will show you what status will come once we move this job to the background. Once I press enter, this job is running in the foreground, and once I press Ctrl Z, this job got stopped. And then if I execute BG, this job we have shifted to the background. And now if I'm writing jobs, you can see 1, which is the job ID, is running, and the command is sleep 20, and after that they have added this and symbol. This and symbol I will talk in few minutes. So again, if I do jobs, now you can see it is coming done, the status is done, which means our job got completed. So this is how we can see that which jobs are running in the background and what are the status of those jobs. And this is one way that how we can shift our foreground job to the background, by first pressing Ctrl Z and then using BG command. Now let's say directly you want to run this job in the background, then how you can do that? So let me clear the terminal, and now what I will do, I will write sleep 20 again, and after that I will mention this AND symbol. What does this AND symbol will do? It will tell the terminal, or you can say the Linux, that this is the job which you need to run in the background rather than in the foreground itself. So once I press enter, now you can see some data is coming. 3171 is the process ID and 1 is the job ID. And once I press jobs, you can see 1, the job ID is coming, then running is coming, and then the command which we have executed. If I execute jobs again, now you can see still it is showing running. And this status running will come till the 20 seconds are not over. If I execute it again, now you can see the status is done. So this is how we can move our foreground job to the background with the help of Ctrl Z and BG command. And if you want to directly run the job in the background, then in that case you can use this and symbol. Now let's say you are running a background job, and that background job you want to convert it into the foreground, which means converting the background job to the foreground. How we can do that? Because just now we saw that how we can convert foreground job to the background. So for that, again we have another command, which is FG command. So first let me clear the terminal. Like BG, we are executing with the help of FG command, FG, we can convert our background job to the foreground. So what I will do, first I will execute sleep, let's say 20, and again. And once I press enter, this job is running in the background. If I show you the status, it is showing running. And now to convert this job into the foreground, I need to mention FG and then percentage symbol and the job ID, which is 1. Once I do this, now this background job has converted into the foreground job, and you can see it has blocked my terminal. And once this 20 seconds will get over, after that I will be able to use my terminal again. As you can see, after 20 seconds it is coming like this. So this is how we can convert our background job to the foreground with the help of FG command. Now you might be wondering that why we need a job in the background first. So let's say if you want to do any task and after that you want to continue your activities as well. In that case, this thing is very helpful. Suppose if you are doing any data processing or log analysis, or you are creating any backup script. So those activities you can do in the background and you can continue your work in the terminal itself. So it will save your time. So that's why we have foreground and background jobs in Linux. Now let's try to understand one more problem that we have. Suppose if you are executing any background job and let's suppose your terminal get closed. In that case, what will happen to the job? Once the terminal will get closed, your background job will also get stopped. So that is the problem. So to overcome from that problem, we have another command in Linux, which is nohup command. What does it will do? Even though the job which is running in the background, it will save the output of that job into some file. That is the nohup.out file. And in that file you can use to see the output if it is generating. Otherwise, even though your terminal is getting closed or it gets closed, your job will get continued, which means your job will not get stopped. Let me show you. So if I clear the terminal and let's say if I am executing a command, let me give a command, let's say sleep or not sleep, or okay, let me give sleep, suppose 20. Now we know this command is not going to generate any output. So before that, let me show you what I have in this directory. So you can see there is no file, but once this 20 seconds will get over, whatever output in that case it will not generate, it will save in the file. So if I execute sleep 20, and before that I need to mention no hope. So even after that my terminal will get closed, I will be able to see the result in my output file. Let me press enter. Now you can see that the input, whatever output it will generate, it will append in the no hope output. So let's say if I close this terminal first. So let me close the terminal. My terminal got closed. Now again let me open the terminal. So let me open it and let me increase the font first. So now if I do ls, now you can see here no hook output.file .out file got generated. And if I do cat here in this, even though it has nothing, but we can see if the command is generating any output, it will get saved. Now let's try to understand why we need this command first. Suppose you have created any script and suppose during the execution your session got terminated, your SSH session. Then what will happen? The jobs which we are running will get stopped. But if you have used this nohook command, then even after your SSH session get disconnected, once you reconnect, you will be able to see the output in this file which I have shown you, this nohook.out file. So in that cases, we usually use this nohook command so that even there is a disconnecting activity happening in this session, our task will not get affected. So that's it for today's tutorial dev portal. Today we have discussed that what is the foreground and background jobs and how we can convert our foreground job to the background and how we can convert back our background job to the foreground with the help of BG and FG command. Along with this, we have discussed that how we can execute a job directly in the background with the help of and symbol and how we can execute our jobs in the background continuously rather than even though our session will get impacted with the help of nohup command. So that's it for today's video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share these videos with your fellow developers and friends. Notes link I will give you in the description box as well as in the comment section, so you can check it out for your learning purpose, and I will see you in my next video with another Linux command.